Hello Munchkins, am I live back again? Is this working? Let me wait. Okay, I am looking at an ad. So I need you guys to confirm whether you can see me live or not. Um, yeah, I think I am live. Perfect. Hi, Rishabh. Happy to see you again. So very much happy to see you again. And please bring all of the students in, and I will share the session on Telegram group as well. I think I did not share any session on the Telegram group today, right? Okay. So, again, a very happy Independence Day to all of you. And clearly audible and visible. Thank you so much, Rishabh. Okay, I think I'm hiding a word. Hi, Khushbu Agarwal. Who is this Papa ki char pari? What is this? 90% नेट यूज होने वाला है मैं क्या करूं पापा का उधार ले लो अब हाँ this session is going to be important and interesting so don't miss out on this. Hi Mukesh Rajput. Hello Jayant. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I was saying a very happy Independence Day to all of you. And we just took a session and we learned some vocabulary related to independence, related to freedom, related to self-government, And I want you to go on and use all of the vocabulary words, all of the words that I taught you today, and all of the vocabulary that I taught you today in your daily life. Because unless you make all of these words a part of your daily life, you're not going to see a productive result. Okay, you're always going to be disappointed by the amount you put into remembering these words, and uh, how you're not able to reap any fruitful consequences from that. Okay, alrighty, same to you, thank you. Yeah, the session is going to be interesting. Okay, hi Alina. Hello, happy Independence Day to you too. Okay, hi Adiba. Yes, I can see you're back. All right. So, guys, we have our chapter, The Black Aeroplane. Today, we are doing one short revision for The Black Aeroplane. And I think this chapter in itself is so intriguing. This is so interesting that its one shot revision is going to be interesting as well, because we're going to again go through the mystery of the black aeroplane. Okay. I mean, first of all, how can an aeroplane be black? In a black sky, so it's like a mystery. The whole chapter, the color of the aeroplane, everything is a mystery, and all of it is possible as well. So let's just go on and dive deep into the mystery of the black aeroplane. Okay, all right. रोलिंग की वेल्थ क्वीन से ज्यादा है, जेके रोलिंग की वेल्थ क्वीन से ज्यादा है. वेल भवन, आई रियली would not know. I don't research about this at all. Okay, that who is wealthier? Is it the Queen of England or J.K. Rowling? Okay, all right. Today I'm Atmanirbhar Hiteshi ma'am. Hi Abhishek. Yes, you're very Atmanirbhar today. All right, I really love this photo. Anarkali Disco Chali. हाँ यार एक ये भी था बड़ा ही अजीब गाना. So I think we can come back and talk about an academy offers at the end of our session. And right now, let's just go on and begin with our summary of the chapter. Okay. So yeah, all right, let's begin. So the chapter begins with a pilot, all right, and he was trying to get to his home in England from France via his Old Dakota, and Old Dakota is actually the name of his aeroplane. Okay, so our pilot is there. He has an aeroplane called Old Dakota, and he's trying to reach England. His home is in England, and he's trying to reach England from France. He was craving for a big fat English breakfast. So this guy was also a foodie. We can see our both the stories about flying are motivated by food, and food is a very big motivator, guys. Do not underestimate food as a motivator. It is a very big motivator. And this guy has a fat English breakfast as his motivator, and he's trying to get to England in order to be able to present at this fat English breakfast with his family. Okay, so he crossed Paris and talked to the Paris control room, right? So what happens here is this guy crosses Paris and then he talks to the Paris control room. Okay, let me just look at the comments before I have full data 2 GB thanks to school. Bhavin, what do you mean by that? Please watch a video. ये शाम मस्तानी by खनक खंडेलवाल. यार ये कैसा point होता है? Let's play class में आके ये क्या बोलने का point है? I'm Atmanirbhar. Okay, yeah. So before we move any further, let me just, I forgot to ask, do you guys have any doubts related to the last session I took about all the words related to independence? Do you guys have any questions regarding that? Okay. All right, just give me 1 second. Yeah. Ma'am, Disciple was a foodie in Kingdom of Fool. Tricky was foodie, and now this. Yes, Alina. Oh my God, Alina, you're keeping track of all the stories of 10th class, aren't you? And 9th class as well. Definitely. So I think food is a very big motivator. We should never underestimate it. And food can make us do a lot of things. That's why they say that food is the basic necessity. That is why in the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, food is at the bottom of the list. It is the foundation of our life, so to say, right? It is the basic physiological need. Okay. No doubt everything is clear. Okay, all right. So everything is clear in the previous lecture. Then let's just move on and discuss the black aeroplane people. Okay. So we have already discussed that there was a pilot and he was flying from England to France via his old Dakota. His Dakota is the name of his aeroplane. Okay. And that he wanted to go there in order to be present at the big fat English breakfast with his family. So he crossed Paris. And Paris is also called Paris by French people. So he crossed Paris and he talked to the Paris control room. And the officials told him to move. Okay. The officials told him to move. The officials directed him in this way. You ought to turn 12 degrees west now, DS088. So then I think this number of his aeroplane must be 088. That's why they're calling it 088. So they asked him to turn 12 degrees west. When he had traveled about 150 kilometers away from Paris, he came across a storm of black clouds, which seemed like a mountain. So this is a very important comparison that has been brought in the chapter, and I wanted to put it into the summary. Okay. So the clouds, the mass of black clouds seem like a mountain, and it seems like a mountain because you cannot really overcome a mountain, can you? You cannot really overcome a mountain of problems, although you can by your sheer determination and your hard work and all the other things, perseverance and persistence and blah blah. But it's a really difficult task, and that's why the clouds seem like a mountain, both metaphorically and literally. All right. He neither had enough fuel to fly around the clouds, nor did he want to go back to Paris. So he decided to foray into the storm and make his way forward. Okay, so that's what he finally decides. He decides that he does not have enough fuel to tackle this problem in any other way. So he decides to make his way forward through the storm. Okay. All right. पेट्रियाटिज्म हमारे जरिए पूरे जमाने में दिखाई, उसमें 5 आवर्स लगाए, बाद में मैं अच्छा ओके भाविन. All right. All right, fine. Let's move on. Inside the clouds, everything was suddenly black now, right? So now he enters this whole mass of black clouds, this mass of black clouds that resembles a whole mountain, right? I mean, there were so many clouds and it was almost like a storm was brewing between those clouds. And he forays into the storm and everything went suddenly black because the clouds were black. They were almost ready to bring in rain. It was impossible to see anything outside the aeroplane. So only the aeroplane had lights in it, and so everything outside the plane was pitch black, dark. The old aeroplane jumped and twisted in the air. So obviously the aeroplane was out of control and the aeroplane was going there, and it was like sort of, jaywalking on the traffic light. Sorry, on the road. I looked at the compass. With this came the blow. All his instruments stopped working. So he looked at the compass, and when he looked at the compass, with this came the blow that all of his instruments had stopped working. The compass, the radio, everything went blank. So he could not even talk to the control tower that was in Paris. He could not ask them any help. He also did not have the compass now because the compass was not working. So he did not know how to get out of the storm now. He was on his own and he knew no way out. So he was lost, he was on his own, and definitely he knew no way out of the storm. He was frightened, petrified. He was scared to death. Okay, that's what you mean by petrified. He was petrified. He was so frightened because he was alone in that storm and he did not know a way out. So he felt that he was closer to his death now, and this is maybe the closer to the death he has ever been. Closest to the death. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but I feel like, guys, is the video lagging? Could you please tell me if the video is lagging or not? Do you like Blackpink? Not much, not much, but yeah, I mean, if the song is good, I'll go for them. No, there's nothing like, okay, it's not lagging. All right, fine. So I was looking at that buffering sign in my video and I thought maybe it's lagging. You can never trust your internet enough, right? Okay, yeah, let's come back here. So yeah, he was scared to death because this may be, or this might be the situation when he has been closest to death ever. Suddenly, amid that storm, along with his plane, another plane, a black airplane. So I think with this I missed the word saw. Okay, so suddenly he saw, amid that storm, along with his plane, another plane. Okay, so now he's looking at another plane in all of that storm. Okay, so now this gets really difficult for me to understand because the writer just said that everything was pitch perfect dark, everything went black inside the clouds. So how is the person able to see another airplane inside that mass of black clouds, and especially when the other airplane has no lights on, right? So here the story gets a little bit confusing, a little out of logic and a little murky. He saw that the pilot was gesturing him to follow the plane. So he understood the fact that there is a pilot in the other aeroplane sitting in the cockpit, and that pilot is asking him to follow his plane or to follow him. So he trusted the other pilot and did so. And obviously, our pilot did not have any sort of equipment to help him out here. He did not have any knowledge, and he was scared to death. And that is the only option he had, right? So he decided to follow the other the other aeroplane, which was black in color. Okay. All right, fine. Shall we move on? Clear as Loki's eye. Okay, guys. So यहाँ तक clear है सबको? Shall we move on? Do you have any doubts regarding the story? Do you have any doubts regarding any word I wrote here or any changes I made? Okay, Rishabh, let me find that comment. Life isn't perfect, but you're Rishabh, good one. True that. I think I should put this as caption to one of my Instagram pics. Life isn't perfect, but your earrings definitely can be. Okay. वो उसका hallucination था. Hallucination का हिंदी मीनिंग नहीं पता, मुझे भी नहीं पता. ओके ठीक है, सबको क्लियर है. अभिषेक, नो इट्स नॉट buffering now. It's not lagging. It's completely fine. ठीक है, next. So he kept following that plane for half an hour. So this is an important information. Your CBSE can ask this question. Okay, so how long did he follow that plane for? He followed that plane for half an hour, and he started getting worried as he knew his fuel tank was near exhaustion. Okay, so he knew that he did not have much fuel in his fuel tank, and so he was following the pilot, and it had been half an hour, and he became worried after half an hour. He started getting worked up because he knew that his fuel was about to exhaust and he would be left midair and then he would crash. Okay, so now that's again being close to death. However, he did reach the runway and came out of the storm safe. Okay, so our pilot was lucky, maybe luckier than he has ever been. He was safe and sound and he reached the runway of another airport, and he was perfectly all right. He wanted to thank the other pilot but couldn't see him behind himself. Okay, so he couldn't see the other pilot behind himself, but he wanted to be thankful, and so he wanted to thank the other pilot, and he wanted to be grateful to him, and he wanted him to know that he was filled with gratitude. He asked the control tower and learned that his was the only plane visible on the radar. There was nobody with him in the sky. So what does the pilot learn? The pilot learns a very mind-boggling fact from the control tower. He learns that his was the only plane in the sky that time, and there was nobody else around him in that storm. Okay, that's what he learns from the control tower. All right, and that's where the story completely ends. We are not given a perfect ending to the story, where it's open-ended. All right. Okay. Okay. So if you guys remember the whole story now, then we can move on. All right. So this is our black aeroplane. You can see, so we have the pilot and he's imagining the food. So he wants to go for the food, and he's flying through the storm. And this is the black aeroplane. So you can see everything in this GIF. I think this GIF is perfect for this chapter. Ma'am, then who is the pilot in the black aeroplane? Well, Abhishek, I think we did discuss this while we were discussing this chapter in detail. We discussed that there was no other black aeroplane because obviously the radar would have shown that there is another presence in the sky, right? But the radar didn't. So it is perfectly amenable to understand that there was no other black aeroplane and it did not exist, and it was the hallucination of our pilot, and it was sort of the subconscious of our pilot helping him out of that trouble, and not somebody else, not something physical. So yeah, I think he imagined it, and he thought that there is a physical manifestation that exists like it, but obviously it didn't. Okay. Pilot was the luckiest one on this globe. I definitely think the same, Alina, because we have heard about a lot of instances. And had this been the case with all of those pilots, maybe they would have been safe, and the passengers would have been safe, or the pilot, or the airplane would not have crashed, or their airplanes would not have crashed. I mean, he was very close to getting crashed, right? He was very close to getting left hanging in midair, but he was saved by his own subconscious, and that's pretty interesting fact. पायलट ने तब क्यों नहीं सोचा कि उसको इतने डार्क में ब्लैक एरोप्लेन कैसे दिख रहा है? एग्जैक्टली आवा, दैट इज माय क्वेश्चन. इफ एवरीथिंग वाज पिच परफेक्ट ब्लैक, then how are you able to see this whole aeroplane? I think for a fact that he did not obviously see a black aeroplane, because when you're standing at a place, okay, and everything is black around you, then you cannot see anything. Maybe you can sense the presence of something, maybe you can sense the outline of something somehow, but you cannot necessarily see something that is black in itself in color, right? So maybe he just imagined the outline of an aeroplane and another pilot. Maybe that's what his subconscious did for him. Now, this could also be characterized as being schizophrenic or being a mental disorder, because well, there are a lot of TV series that show one and the same thing. They show that the protagonist is schizophrenic, or has some sort of mental disorder. I don't remember all the names of mental disorders like these, but when you are schizophrenic, you become this another personality, right? Or you portray this another personality that saves you, that saves your, maybe you could say, coward personality, or that saves your innocent personality. So this could be the case here as well, but like you never know, because it's open ended and we are all left to just devise a solution on our own. इमेजिनेशन भी काम नहीं आती और अपना ऊपर का टिकट का, ओह यस दैट्स ट्रू कॉर्बी. पायलट को ओडिन की आंख मिल गई होगी प्लेन के ऊपर. ट्रू दैट. Okay, ma'am, that could be messenger of God. Alina, I cannot deny this argument. I don't know what to say here, because I mean, any religious person would think that it was God, or a messenger of God, or some help from God, some way, one way or the other. You can definitely think so, but then if you're hallucinating another aeroplane, then that hallucination could also be a help from God in that way. So your answer can be extended to suit the hallucination part also. So let's not get stuck to being the black, making the black messenger a messenger of God. Sorry, the black aeroplane a messenger of God or a Messiah. But on the other hand, your point cannot be denied that there could be people, religious people, ritualistic people, who would call this an act of God. I mean, yes, very much so. Okay, all right. Yes, exactly. The black aeroplane did not have any light as well. I mean, it was, I don't know. Rishabh, I think I've only traveled once in my life in an airplane, and no, I wasn't scared. It was not a long journey, also. I think that was a miracle, right, ma'am? Well, Corby, maybe so. You never know. Exactly. So, because this chapter is open-ended, everybody is supposed to, just think of what could have happened on their own. Okay, everybody's supposed to think what could have happened on their own, and everybody is left to mechanize, to devise, to maneuver their own solution that fits the ending of the story. So I cannot really say that yours is incorrect or mine is incorrect. Anyone who comes up with any sort of solution would be acceptable here. The story is open-ended. It's subjective. Okay, in simple points. All right, लगता है इसके ऊपर भगवान की कृपा हो गई थी या नहीं. Okay. Maya Jal, yes or no? Not necessarily. There is no Maya Jal here. I mean, he got saved. You wouldn't call that Maya Jal. All right, so now let's start going towards our questions. Never go on an airplane, night journey. Yeah, I would also not prefer night journey. That I am the one who saved the pilot. No, Abba, I mean, that cannot go there. Sorry. He might be helping himself only, ma'am. That's what we decided when we read this chapter. Yes, exactly, Abhishek. Okay. All right, fine. So now let's move on and discuss all of these interesting questions. So question number 1, how do you describe the mood of the story Black Aeroplane as it begins? So what do you think is the mood of the story when our story begins? The pilot is all happy and excited to go to his home place and to have this big English breakfast with his family and, just have fun there. So, and the pilot says the flight is going to be easy. This was an easy flight and stuff like that. So he was, I think, very happy. The tone of the story was very happy. And then it changed quickly, almost suddenly, with the arrival of the black clouds. Okay, so that's what you can write as the answer here. If you have any other ideas, I would be happy to consider them too. He might be sick. Illusion or illusion? Rishabh, both, I can say. The narrator is looking forward to being with his family in England. Yes, Nikunj, definitely. No, Bhavin, I have already, that's what I'm saying. I have not seen black colored aeroplane as well. But well, mood song suna hai no Abha. I am obsessed with his song Anyone and Holy, so I don't listen to any other song generally. It was not so scary at the beginning. Yes, definitely, Alina. Not so scary at the okay. The narrator is looking forward to yes. Okay. So the again, the mood of the story is happy. It's exciting. It's exhilarating. It is you know, you can it's ecstatic. That you can use any of it. Was a very chill flight. It was an easy flight. So there was nothing that was going to be difficult, as we understood, because of the tone in the beginning of the story, right? But then the story and its mood changed suddenly with the arrival of the Black Mountain. So that would be the answer for this one. Let's move on to the next question. Yummy suna hai? Yeah, I have heard yummy. Yeah, he was happy while traveling. Exactly. Okay, next question, guys. Look at the given image. Briefly evaluate the narrator's decision to not go back to Paris with reference to that image. So in this image, you can see that threat is written, but it is cut. And instead of it, opportunity is written. So what do you understand by this image, and how do you ascribe the teachings of this image to the story? How would you relate both of them? Yeah, you call it, yeah, yeah, it is a good one. It was filled with suspense. Yes, Corey, very much so. Okay, come on, guys. Let's come back here. Let's stop discussing Justin Bieber songs. Let's come back here. Let's talk about this image. What do you guys understand from this image? Come on, come on. I'm ready for your ideas. And this image can mean multiple things to multiple people. Again, subjectivity is there. Okay. Come on, guys. Be quick in answering. We have 3 more questions, and the remaining questions are going to be long answer questions. Answer 2. Once my mom told me to perform on stage, I thought it was a threat, but it became an opportunity for me. Yes, right. Okay. Kala Jahaz. Yes, Rashidama. I'm not studying Kala Jahaz. I'm teaching Kala Jahaz. It's like one shot provision. Okay, yeah, Abha, you can, but you have to participate in the class. It says risk hai to ishq hai. Okay, Harshita, good one. Accepted, good one. Okay. What about the other kids? I'm asking the students. Oh, okay. Ma'am, oh God. Okay. Opportunity for an English dinner with his family. Alka, yeah, you could say so. Okay. All right. Let's talk about this. So you can see that threat is written, but threat has been cancelled, and then opportunity is written instead of it. So you could talk about this whole perception here that a lot of people, or you could say majority of the people, think that whenever you come across a threat, you should not back down. You should always fight in the face of the threat, and that will be an opportunity for you to go beyond your limits, and that would become an opportunity for you to excel, right? That is what majority of the population believes, I think. And sometimes it is good and people do come out victorious, but then other times not so much, right? So here you can talk about the fact that this can go both ways, right? This can go sideways very quickly, but this can also make one very confident and independent and very, you could say, brave, right? So now this situation can be interpreted in both the ways. So when we talk about the story here, right? I think what the narrator did was he saw a threat, first of all. So, first of all, he saw a threat and then he discarded that threat. He cancelled that threat, even though he knew how threatening that whole position is, even though he knew that he could come close to death. He still did not back down, and he did not go in there with a zeal of being brave and fighting in the face of the threat. No, he did not go there with a zeal of that. He just went there because he did not think that he has any other option. Okay, or he had any other option. So by that logic, I think he made it an opportunity for himself, and he turned the tables when he went inside that storm, and he got out of the storm without any harm, or without any any, you could say, okay, I'm using the wrong word here. I should just say simply scot-free, right? He came out of the storm scot-free, without any injury, if you want to say that. I was looking for a word, but I couldn't find it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So so that's what I was telling you. In short, if you think of this image and you realize that the pilot did the exact same thing here. He knew that this was a threatening condition or a threatening situation, and this this threat very well can take his life. He still discarded it, and he went along with his big English breakfast yearning, right? And he made it an opportunity, but that opportunity, I don't think opportunity really worked out for him. I think sometimes when there is a threat, you should learn from the threat and just simply back down. But then again, you can say that this worked wonders for the pilot, and you can extol him simply. You can just praise him and extol him, and you can extol his skills as a pilot, his competency as a pilot. So you can talk about a lot of things here, and you can write whichever point you want to. Okay. It's imaginative, yeah. It's imaginative, Alina. It's not real story. All right, let's move on. Next question. Do you think that after his experience, the narrator would be able to truly enjoy the English breakfast he had yearned for? Why or why not? This is a pretty interesting question. I think I would just leave it to you guys, and you can answer this question very easily. Do you think the narrator would be truly able to enjoy his English breakfast that he had yearned for so much, in simple words? His mind was full of certain questions about the black aeroplane and the other pilot. Yes, Nikunj, that is correct. Okay. And what else? He was short of fuel. The equipment had stopped working too. This was what, Nikunj? So guys, I mean, it's pretty easy. Come on, quickly answer. What do you mean? Yes, ma'am, ji Rishabh Gogoi. Okay, alrighty. Just give me 1 second, okay? I'll be back. Yeah. So give me your answer. Yes, ma'am. He took the risk for the English breakfast, ma'am, and for breakfast he entered the storm. Yes, he did so, but would he be able to enjoy that breakfast once he reached England? No, ma'am, because he might be thinking of the black aeroplane. Exactly. Yes, ma'am, he took the... Okay, okay. And I think narrator's black airplane was crashed. Oh, God. So dark. Okay, so guys, absolutely correct. He will not be able to enjoy his big English breakfast that he had yearned for so much. I think he would be thinking about his whole experience. I think that was a very threatening experience, a very horrible experience to have had, and still a very intriguing experience to have had. I think it piqued his interest, and he must be thinking all about that scenario. So definitely he must have been thinking about that scenario, and in that case he would not have been able to enjoy his English breakfast. Okay. Yes, he would be surrounded by the thoughts of the black airplane. True that, Alina. True, absolutely true. Okay. All right, next question. What do you think prompted the narrator to act like an obedient child? I think this is pretty much easy. I mean, he was lost and he did not know the way out, and he was on his own. He was alone. So when he saw another aeroplane, when he saw another pilot, I think it gave him a breath of fresh air. It reinstated his faith in him, or in the other black aeroplane, or in in something with a higher power. And so he began to follow the other airplane like an obedient child, because he knew that he could not figure out the way out of the storm on his own. So he needed help, and he took the help when it was offered. Okay, it was very smart of him to do that, because it is possible that a lot of pilots and a lot of uh, different pilots would think of not accepting the help because because of their pride or something. But this pilot was intelligent and he was smart, and he took the help when he needed it. Okay, that was offered to him when he needed it. Okay. Yeah. Okay, he was short of fuel, the equipment had to. Yes, exactly. Does he act like an obedient child? Yes, Nikunj, exactly. He had no other chance than to follow that airplane. Yes. So I think helplessness and hopelessness made him an obedient child. That's what you can write here. Hopelessness, helplessness. They made him an obedient child, and he started following that airplane like a child that needs guidance. Okay, want of guidance. Okay, all right, let's move on. Next question. As a reader, do you feel betrayed or let down in the way the story ends? Validate your opinion. I think I know what all of you are going to answer, because I think I'm going to say the same thing, but I will still give you the chance to write down your answer in the comments below. Okay, so tell me, as a reader, do you feel betrayed or let down in any way by the story? He has the only way to follow the black. That's why he. Yes, exactly, Corby. Yep, he had no other option. He was completely helpless, right? Okay. Yep, as he was lost, he followed the black aeroplane. Okay, makes sense. I think the black aeroplane crashed into the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda ki spelling galat hai Rishabh, but funny point. Ma'am, this is so not cool. The story should be completed by the author. Alina, you should never say that an author should complete the story. But yeah, I mean, as readers, I think we all do feel betrayed. We all feel let down, because the story got so intriguing and the story was so interesting. And then at the end, we did not find a resolution. We did not find everything that we were looking for, and the story just ended midway, it seems, right? That there was not a proper conclusion to the story, not a proper resolution, and no proper friendship shown at the end of the story. And definitely we all feel let down by how the story progressed and how it ended. Definitely. Okay. No, ma'am, it's exciting. And as we are overthinkers, we will overthink on it. It will enhance our creative thinking in a way. Yeah, you can definitely say that, Harshita Chakra. Yeah, that is a great point. And it's a very subjective question. Maybe for you, it's really interesting. But I mean, I as a reader definitely feel, oh God, come on, just give us a second part. Okay. I mean, you can just make it a series and we'll follow it blindly, but just give us a second part wherein you're just, sharing everything. Because come on. Simply just, come on. ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए था author को. Exactly, Abha. Okay, ma'am, I want to know, did the pilot have an English breakfast? Wow, Abhishek, beta wow. So Abhishek has his priorities sorted. Okay, Abhishek is like, मैम पायलट तो भाड़ में गया, अपने को ये देखने का कि उसने खाना खाया कि नहीं खाया. That is a good thing. I want to know too. Did he eat his English breakfast? And also, guys, I don't think in the chapter it has been mentioned कि वो कौन से airport, कौन से runway पर उतरा था. We don't know which airport was that. So I also want to know, did he reach England? Was that the London airport, or like where was he when the story ended? Right? I want to know that too. It is quite a mystery. Ma'am, the one who'll make part two will become a trillionaire. Good one, Abha. Sorry, Alina. Good one. Okay. The author has ended the story abruptly. The questions remain unanswered and create a lot of curiosity in the reader's mind. I feel, yeah, true that. True, Nikunj. Okay. All right, next question. Based on your reading, would you call the narrator a family man? Justify your stance. So what do you think? The narrator, the pilot, was a family man or not? What are your views about it? I think this is a pretty easy question. We can just simply say that yes, he was definitely a family man because he wanted to go home to his family and eat a big English breakfast with them. And so he was definitely a family man. I don't think this question needs any further discussion. Okay, this last question. James Allen says, adversity reveals character. What do you learn about the narrator from the experience? Mention any two traits supported by the textual evidence. This question is very interesting, I think. Very interesting question. How about you guys give it a try? Come on. Yes, because he wanted to, yes, definitely. We wanted to have breakfast with them. Exactly. Okay. Alrighty. So I need you guys to tell me, what do you learn about the narrator from this whole experience that he had? Did adversity reveal his true character? And could you mention any two traits that support your idea from the text? मैम पेरिस से वो इंग्लैंड में ही उतरेगा ना. Who knows या who knows? मतलब पेरिस के अलावा मतलब तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि पूरा फ्रांस में सिर्फ पेरिस ही है क्या, और कुछ नहीं है क्या, और किसी और सिटी का मतलब आगे एयरपोर्ट नहीं हो सकता क्या? और कुछ नहीं हो सकता क्या? लंदन में भी मतलब इंग्लैंड में भी सिर्फ लंदन ही सीधा आता है क्या? लाइक हु नोज. ओके, हु नोज. The narrator was a brave man. Although the plane's devices had stopped working, he did not give up. He tried his best to escape out of the storm. Also, he was a friendly person. Okay, yeah, that's good. Plot twist. Ma'am, the black airplane was of the devil and he misguided him. At the end, the pilot was in the middle of desert. Good one, Alina. Good plot twist, though. I like it. Okay, Nikuji, the story is filled with suspense, so we can't say any permanent opinion about it. Okay, Corby, that makes sense. So, but I truly think that yes, adversity reveals true character. And as Nelson Mandela said, the depths of oppression create the heights of character, right? So you can use that here as well. I'll just write it down here. Depths of oppression reveals the height of character. So just like this, we learn a lot about our pilot. We definitely saw that adversity revealed his true character. As Nikunj said, we definitely understood that he was a friendly man. He was not somebody who would, be a proud person or who would be vain, and he realized when he needs to be humble. He realized when he needs to take up the help he was offered, and he was a humble pilot also. He felt gratitude in his heart for the other pilot, and he wanted to thank him from the core of his heart. So I think a lot of things happened, and these two traits you can take out from the text. and you can support how all of this adverse situation, this adverse condition revealed his true character. He was a friendly man, he was an amiable man, right? I think I should write all of this down. He was an amiable man, he was humble, right? He was thankful, he was not vain at all, he accepted help, he accepted help and was practical. He realized that he could not alone, he could not get out of that storm alone, so he accepted the help. And other than that, he decided to go through that storm. I think that was very stupid of him, but then, well, he was a brave fool. You can say that. He was a brave fool, right? He could have just gone back, but he decided to be brave and courageous, decided to be brave and went along with his gut suggestion that he should fly through the storm. All right. और भूख की वजह से लास्ट में मुक्ति को और भर गया. Good. Ma'am, I have one more point. He obeyed the instructions of the pilot and implied that helped. Yeah. Nikunja, I've already included that. Ma'am, did he have the giant English breakfast he wanted? Well, Alina, we will never know. We can all imagine that. First of all, we have to know which airport he landed on, because unless we know that, we can never determine whether he had a good English breakfast or not. Okay. पायलट को रेलवे स्टेशन से जाना चाहिए था और एयरप्लेन नहीं लेना चाहिए था. वाओ अभिषेक, वाओ बेटा, वाओ. Okay. What else are you guys saying? Ma'am, are you the one who loses conscience when you're angry? Conscience when you're angry. What do you mean to say that I lose sort of my mind's capability to make the right decision? Is that what you're saying? Or that I let anger take control of me? Ma'am, pilot. Okay, yeah, I've landed that. I know, ma'am, he landed in England. Okay, Abhishek thinks he landed there. Okay. All right. Ma'am, he decided to continue because the thought of the breakfast was making him greedy. Oh, Alina. That's a personal attack. Okay. Okay, ma'am, Mars में होगा airport. Yeah, Bhavin. Good option. Author ने कुछ clear नहीं किया last में. Yeah, he did not clear anything at all. All right, fine. So now we are done with these questions, and now I'll go and talk about an academy's offers for you. So first of all, guys, you all know that you have combat next Sunday. You guys did not attend combat this Sunday as in today, but I urge you to attend combat next Sunday at 11 a.m. Okay, please do and use my code SSIN10 to get entry into the combat, and ask all of your friends to use that code and join the combat. Okay, and we also have freedom to learn offer. So under this offer, you will get 2 years class 9 subscription for free, and IIT JEE NEET Foundation and NTSC subscription for free, and you will save 40% on your subscription price. Other than that, we have combo offer. This will expire tomorrow, guys, so please cash in on this opportunity today. This is not a threat. This is an opportunity. So you should take it. Okay. You should take the help that we are offering you. That's what we have learned from the Black Aeroplane. You should not be vain. We're offering you a lot of free things and you should go for this. Okay. So all the class 10th will get 1 year CBSE course, and they'll also get 20% flat off on their IIT JEE preparation course or NEET UG course. And this offer will expire tomorrow. So go on, guys. You will get 10% extra off. Just use my code SSIN10. I don't think there are better offers than this one. Okay. CBSE Make offer is also available for you. So if you guys buy CBSE Make subscription for more than 12 months, then you will have guarantee number of months free of cost. Okay, so your subscription will extend for let's say 2 months, 4 months, or 6 months, and this would be completely on us. completely free of cost, and we will also provide you the similar number of months free Creative Corner subscription. Okay, so make sure this offer is going to end tomorrow. Please encash it today. And we also have inappropriate bugs bounty offer running on. So if you find anything that is inappropriate in any educator's video, then you can report that video, and anybody who would be the first one to report a particular issue can claim a prize. Okay. And other than that, we have a plus subscription. You all know that our plus subscription is the best in the whole world. So go for this, guys. Top Educators of India on one platform, unlimited access to all the courses, study material, practice tests, live test series, batch courses, all the live quizzes that you could ever dream of are here with us. Okay, so go for this, apply the code SSIN10 and find your subscription, okay, and buy it at a 10% discount. Also, we have iconic subscription waiting for you. You know that this subscription is legendary because we provide you with a personal mentor who will be assisting you on one-on-one basis, and we will also be able to have a conversation with your parents about you. We will be planning your studies for you. So this is a completely personalized approach to online learning. This is customized according to your needs, and this has never been attempted before in the online education market. We are the first one to provide you with this sort of service, and this sort of service is actually benefiting a lot of students. So please don't be the one who gets left behind. Please catch up. Okay, and please go on and buy iconic subscription. Again, do not forget to use the code SSIN10. You have to buy the subscription. All right, and you will get 10% straight up off. Go for the longer duration of time so that you live a hassle-free life. And our special classes will take place this Wednesday, so do not forget to check me out on Unacademy application. You will find the link to my profile in the description box below. Okay, and guys, you can buy your Unacademy Plus via installments as well. So you have to pay in parts, and you will have the option of zero cost EMI, and you have to just apply the code SSIN10. All you have to do is buy the Unacademy Plus course for more than 12 months period of time. Okay, and if you have any doubts, you can just go to Unacademy's app, click on Ask a Doubt, take a picture of your doubt and upload the picture and choose the subject of your doubt, and we will be fetching a video solution for you very quickly. Okay, just make sure you do not post multiple doubts in a single image, and you do not post handwritten questions. All right, okay. So we are done with all the offers. We have 5 minutes left in the session. Do you guys have any question that you want to ask me, or shall I end the session and we can all go on our own ways? Yes, again, that legendary thing is completely going with the iconic subscription. Okay. Okay. Let me catch up to the comments. Abhishek, what is that? Allies countries के लिए मुश्किल रहेगा. Biggest blunder of Biden government. My God, Bhavin, you're so much into politics. That's nice. I had left him there only. I was the one in the black aeroplane. Haha, Alina, why not? Huh? Such a cutie. Ma'am, you know AEIR means in Hindi. I don't even know what this means in English. Is this an English word? Are you sure? Bye, Alka. Good night. No, Abha, that's not happening. I'm not singing that. तेरी मिट्टी में मिल जावा, गुल बनके मैं खिल जावा, इतनी सी है दिल की आरज़ू. That's what I can sing. Ma'am, you didn't answer my question. Which question, Abha? What are you asking? I cannot see any question. Ma'am, author ने कुछ clear नहीं किया last में. That's not a question. That's a statement, Abha. Acha, oh, ma'am, are you the one who loses conscience when you when you're angry? So, Abha, I asked you to explain your point. What do you mean by losing conscience? Do you mean that I lose my moral grounds when I'm angry, or do I go beyond my principles? Do I break my own principles? Do I breach my own principles when I get angry? Or, do I just let anger overtake me? What is it you're trying to ask? Yeah, tarara is not happening. पूरा नहीं आता है आभा. I don't know. Black aeroplane, BP is coming to my mind. Why BP? BP means blood pressure. Is that what you're talking about? मेरे वतन तो नहीं सुना, बट एक नॉर्मल मेरे वतन मतलब मेरे वतन आबाद रहे तू, दैट आई नो. इट इज फ्रॉम सम मूवी, राइट? वतन वतन मेरे आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ को याद रहे तू, है वतन मेरे वतन. दैट आई नो, मतलब इतना ही आता है. Does anger overtake my morals? Um, no, sometimes, Abba. I mean, there have been situations when I really lost it completely. My frustration overtook me, and I did make some very culpable mistakes. And yeah, it has happened sometimes, although I have gotten much better at controlling my anger. I don't even get angry nowadays. I mean, it's just superbly cool with me. But yeah, I mean, there has been some instances in the past, or there have been some instances in the past. Not has been. Ma'am, it's from which recent movie? Ma'am, it's from Razi. Oh yeah, Alina, yeah. This one is from Razi. I remember the song because I really like this song. No, I haven't heard any song from Butch. From Bhuj, I've only heard Zalima Coca-Cola. That's what I've heard. Oh, Abha, I think the thing that you're asking, I don't do this only in my class. Otherwise, that is a major part of my life. That is almost there in every sentence, and it's a part of my vocabulary. And I am very public about this. I don't even hide it from people because for me, it's not something that is culpable. I think it is a very normal part of Indian vocabulary or any vocabulary for that matter, and it's a very common part of adult life. And it's not something offensive. If you're getting offended when something like this happens, then maybe you've just not grown out of your childishness, I think. BB Blackpink. Okay, Alina, got it. Means vansh, like family. Acha. That's Corby, that's a different word. Oh my god, that's air, and the spelling is different. I know, like, you wrote AEIR because you thought it's pronounced like that, so it's written like that as well. No, it's HEIR. That is the spelling of this, and HEIR means vansh, okay, in English. And in this word air, H is silent and it begins with EIR. So that's why it is pronounced air. Okay. Come on, Corby. How can you make such a loony mistake? I just go into full fight. Yeah, Bhavin, it will take some time and some very big mistakes to get control on your anger. I mean, as a child, I was just like how you are right now. But I think I've learned from my mistakes, and that's what I love about me. Yeah, exactly, Abhishek. That's the word, air. Corby just wrote how it's pronounced, AEIR, and I was like, I've not come across this word. Maybe, I'm not a dictionary, and I have stopped reading more or less. And I don't know why people feel abusing is cool. Ava, this is not a conversation that we can have in the class. And yes, I mean, if you think it's not cool, then it's completely okay for you too. Okay, but it's I think it will take someone who can really understand what it means and what it means to portray. Okay, so see, first of all, if you're doing that, okay, then it does not really mean that you mean what the words say. Okay, the words just become a feeling to showcase, to portray your anger or maybe your frustration or just your, excitement, simple excitement. Like a single word can be used for so many things, right? And it's just the same thing. It's not that you mean the meaning of those words, because the actual meaning of those words is pathetic and it's repulsive. But the words are not used in that context. The words are used in a very basic, general, frustrating or exciting kind of a context. You need to understand that. I think you will understand this when you become an adult. I think it will be not that difficult for you to understand that. Okay. क्यों भाई अभिषेक, why do you want me to debate? Ma'am, your favorite BP song? I don't listen to them much. I think there was this one Blackpink song that got really famous a while ago, and I saw the video for that one. I heard that song. I really liked that song. I don't remember the name now. But yeah, it was a good song with good music, I think. Catchy music, so to say. That's great, Abhishek. It had seen in a vocabulary book, that's why I wrote. Okay, Corby, no issues. What if Suna hai? Yeah, Abha, I am planning to watch What If, but I don't really like to watch when something is going on. I will watch it later. Definitely, guys, you should never abuse anyone, okay? Never. Just don't. Stick to what you do, and that's great. Okay, all right. अरे नहीं song है what if नहीं आभा what if तो नहीं सुना मैंने. Guys, it's 10:05. I really need to leave now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, and please remember, on Wednesday we have special classes, so please let everyone know that we have special classes and ask all of them to join us in the special classes. Okay, all right, so now I'll leave now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 p.m. our usual time. All right. So bye bye, tata, good night, take care, and see you soon. Oh God, come on, Alina. No, I'm not. Bye. See ya.